Do you want to show more of your content to people or get more of your content out to the world, but you're a little bit afraid of doing so? Well, that's what we're going to go through today. I've got you covered. Welcome back to my channel with me, Johnny Pardo, a self-esteem and confidence author, coach, YouTuber and podcaster, helping you smash through your insecurities, increase your self-esteem and improve your confidence. So for me, on content creation, when I was at the beginning of last year, early 2019, I was really nervous about putting out my first YouTube video. And now, over 50 videos later, I'm doing them consistently. And I'm doing social media videos every day, but I used to be worried about posting on my social media. What will the lads from football say? What will anyone say? What will my mates say? You know, what will my family say if they're on social media? What will they think of me? I might get some negative comments. And then I remember thinking that about my books. What will happen when I put my books out on not on social media, on Amazon, but I do advertise it on social media. Well, just on the internet in general. I was really worried about that stuff. But now I just put things out because I know it helps other people, and it's because I love doing it, and I'm not going to let my fear of someone not liking it hold me back. So, how do you overcome that fear? Let's dive into that. This fear of what others might think about us is the fear of rejection, or the fear of failure. What if someone doesn't like us? And that's just our brains trying to protect us. There's a part of the brain that I've talked about in previous videos called the limbic part of the brain. And the job of that is to keep you safe. It's not to make you progress. It's not to make you come out of your comfort zone and develop in life. It's just to keep you safe. And it'll start to, when your brain starts to pick up things that could be potentially dangerous, such as, I say that potentially dangerous, not real dangers, things like coming out of your comfort zone and putting videos online or content online, so whether that content's writing, whether it's art, whether it's just something about your business, something about you, your blog that you haven't shared, then our brain's going to treat it as something as equally as dangerous as a life-threatening situation in some cases. So it's perfectly normal as a human emotion, but it's how we deal with it that's really important. So on my first point, it's think about how you can, what the reward's going to be and what the punishment's going to be. And I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day in the gym. I listen to a lot of Tony Robbins, if you don't know me already, as many people do. But I was listening to his Unleash the Power Within audiobook whilst I was in the gym the other day, and I find combining working out and listening to information really good. I'm writing down my notes in between sets, but anyway, back to the point. I was listening to his point, and again he was going on about reward and punishment. Now, he was making the point that people will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. And the pain, for example, will be people not liking us not being approved, not liking what we post online. But the pleasure could be us creating a business, creating opportunity, getting our work out, doing what we love in the world. That could be the pleasure, but people will go away from the pain. So it's really important to get a double reinforcement. So the pain we've got there is avoiding other people. But what we can also do is look at what will happen if we don't start to show more of ourselves online or wherever it is. So will you be stuck in the same job that you don't like? Will you not start that business that you really want? Will you not earn that money that could give you financial freedom to not selfishly spend it on yourself, but perhaps support other people? What are all the pain points going to be if you don't take that action? And then if you look at what you'll gain in terms of the reward and look at that pain if you don't take that action, you've got a double drive. So think about what you will get and what you won't get if you don't take the action, instead of worrying what other people think. And that's got an even stronger drive for you to start posting content online. My second point, and I sort of touched on it a little bit, but it's about whose lives are you going to impact if you start posting content online, or showing more of what you've got, showing more of yourself. So I've heard stories of people posting stuff online and it's helped someone kick a drug addiction, or help someone stop drinking, or help someone have a mind shift that they were about to commit suicide in the most dramatic cases, and they've not, because they've heard something. So I think Jay Shetty said this on one of his podcasts. He's a big guy in personal development, if you don't know him. I'm sure you do if you're on this channel. But he basically gets messages saying, you stopped me from committing suicide. Now, imagine if you put out something that potentially saves someone's life. How amazing would you feel and fulfilled? You're helping another human being. So because you've got the fear of, so-and-so might not like it, that's holding you back from saving someone else's life. Now, it might not be saving someone's life, it might be changing someone's life. And often we don't always get the feedback of how much we're helping people, but I've been getting it recently. So just think about that as another driver for pushing through the fear of what will so-and-so say. Now, in terms of the feedback you're going to get that might be negative, you're either going to get constructive criticism, which is someone who's, just trying to help you improve, or you're going to get someone who's downright nasty. But if someone's nasty to you, that's because they're insecure themselves and they need to sort out their own issues. So it's easier said than done, but you've got to understand that and ignore them. But going back to the point on number 2 is think about whose lives you could be changing or saving by putting out what you want to share with other people. And then my third and final point on overcoming this kind of fear of showing what you want to people is think about examples in your life when you have overcome fears before. So you think, there's no situation where I've overcome a struggle or a fear of coming out of my comfort zone. There probably is, but you're not thinking about it. Think about when you went to your first day of school. Think about when you went to secondary school. There's different terms of schools here, I know, in different countries, because I said secondary school to my mentor, I think, in America, and she didn't know what I meant the other day. But anyway, think about when you're starting school. I think everyone will relate to that. Or think about when you started in that new job, or you had to do that new challenge in the job that you hadn't done before, but you did it. And you came out of your comfort zone and you risked looking stupid or not looking good, but you did it. Think about that in the same way for putting out things. Really come out of your comfort zone, but you're doing it for you and you're doing it to serve others. So there are examples, you've just got to think back about those. And my final point before I move on here is you get that in your mind, you get those in your mindset, you can remind yourself every day, but you actually have to take the action. You will not become more confident, as I always say, until you actually do the action. Now, if it's too great a jump, just share something small and then build up from there. But you don't become more confident and more secure and more, I'm going to say confident again, confident in your ability in something unless you actually take the action. So that's my final point, take the action. So what I'd be really, really interested in today is to understand your thoughts or your challenges that have perhaps come up about you sharing something you want to with other people. Just leave a comment in the comments below, because I'd be really interested to hear them. It's perfectly normal human behaviour to fear something new, to share something about us that we haven't done. It's coming out of our comfort zone, and our brain, the limbic part of our brain, is trying to keep us safe, so it's going to try and stop us from doing so. But you need to understand what's going to happen if you don't take that action, and think about the rewards if you do, for yourself and for other people. And then think about all the times in your life when you have come out of your comfort zone, because there's evidence you can do it. And remember, just take that action. If you found today's video valuable, but there's perhaps an element in your life where you want to get a little bit more confident in, there's perhaps a particular challenge and you just want to get that confidence so you can express yourself and get to where you want to, then we can do a one-to-one coaching session between us. If you just email me, coaching@johnnyparlow.com, we can then sort something out together. Just get in touch. I'll leave the information in the description below. And of course, if you haven't already, This is my latest book, The Self-Esteem and Confidence Mindset, where I'll talk about many different areas of your mindset in self-esteem and confidence. It's got lots of actions, lots of advice, and lots of personal stories of my own struggles. Then you can find this book on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle now. So thank you very much for watching today and taking time out of your day to take on board the information in this video around improving your self-esteem and confidence. I release videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so if you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can hit the bell to be notified to get notification every time I release a new video. Remember, improve your self-esteem, improve your life. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you in the next video.